What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Cookie DAO today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Here we are at about 9.7 cents, up 5% on the day. If you follow me on X.com, you'll know that on the 17th, a couple days ago, I did sell some Cookie DAO, and last night, about 11 hours ago, I bought back at about the same price that I sold. We did not go lower. I was anticipating that we would see prices down at about 8 cents or even just below 8 cents, but we did not. We found support. We held up at that 0.5 there. We found resistance at the 236. This is what was making me think we'd really go down to the golden ratio, but holding that 382 as support. This is constructive. It looks constructive, and now we're closing above the 236. So I'm absolutely of the belief that that's the low and we're not going lower anymore. If we are to go lower, maybe we go down to around the area that we opened today, but probably not even quite that low. But I could see us going a little bit lower, but I doubt that we go lower than this low here. Really, we're probably going to extend out of this, and what this is ultimately is just a low here and a higher low here. That's all that is. So we're getting set up for our higher high. Where's that going to be? My theory is at least here, at least somewhere around, what is that, like 12.5 cents to 14.5 cents, somewhere in that zone, at least, if not higher, right? If we're taking this from a relative high all the way back in January 10th, yeah, 2025, high to low. Oh, look at that. You're even resting right on the 069. It's beautiful. I would think, based off of this fib, I would think that you don't stop here. I would think that you continue to your 382, which that's all the way up at about 18 cents, right? So about 100% move from here. That's kind of what I would expect. And also, just a little nugget of information here for you. It's very common with the 382 to go just above it and then find resistance, come back down, find support at the 236. These kind of maneuvers. The fibs love to stair step and stuff like that. So if we were to go just above the 382, are there points of resistance right there? Well, yeah, there are right here. Points of resistance right there at about 20 cents. Closing area of support. Closing support here, resistance right there. Maybe we're a little bit lower, maybe we're a little bit higher, whatever, but I would expect something above 18.2 cents to be a possible target here over the coming days. Certainly by the end of this month, right? It's the 19th now, so we've got about 11 days left in the month, 11 days and 9 hours, 30 minutes. We got a little bit of time left. I very much do believe that we'll see these targets here in a very, very short amount of time. It could be over the next 3 days that we make our way up there. It does not take a long time for Cookie DAO to make moves. In fact, the last time that we were at areas like this, before we saw our all-time high here, we were at this exact price, and then 1, 2, 3 days later, we were at 20 cents. We were at this exact area that I was talking about. So whenever I say it could happen in a very, very short amount of time, it could happen by like 3 days from now, 4 days, 5 days from now. Yeah, that we've seen that before from the exact same pricing. So yes, absolutely. This one, you were carrying on the momentum of this overall bullish move, which is like a 40-something X overall. But this one, you're carrying on the momentum, or you're igniting the momentum of breaking out of this downtrend that you've been in since January here. So I think you've got some interesting prospects ahead. If we close today at this price or higher, I think that'd be very encouraging. Specifically closing above this daily close, I think closing above 9.9, just like 10 cents or higher, would be really nice. Whether it's today, tomorrow, whatever, but it would be nice to close here or higher today, specifically for getting above the 50 on the RSI. If we can get above the 50 and we can maintain above the 50, get some readings that live above the 50 like that, then we're set up to get into the overbought zone, get above the 60 area here, the bullish area of control, and see some real magic happen, right? The last couple times we've gotten above the 50, it was like we got above it and then we got below it. We got above it, then we got below it. Let's get above it and stay above it and then progress higher, right? And I think we will get that. I think we will progress higher and get all these stronger readings if and when we see a 20-cent price. Looking at this on a 4-hour basis, we are in a position right now where we could reject the overbought zone in the RSI if this 4-hour candle closes red. But on the bright side, we have an hour and 30 minutes left in this 4-hour candle, and we're only down 0.2%. So even if it does close red, I'm not worried about it. That would just be some kind of standard volatility on the path up here. Maybe you're finding resistance here for whatever reason, and you come back down again somewhere around here where you opened up the day, where I recently bought back in, maybe a little bit higher than that, or a little bit lower. You could either way. Somewhere in this area of support and resistance here, find support there, and then continue on your merry way higher. Don't get discouraged. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if we drop just a little bit, you're at 9.7 cents now. If we drop down like half a cent from here, Cookie is not broken. I promise you, it's not broken. It's just a higher low. I guess I can't promise you, right? Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I can't promise anything, but I am expecting that Cookie DAO is not broken, okay? 4-hour RSI looks really good. It honestly looks really, really good. 1-hour RSI showing some bearish divergence in all fairness. Ooh, and here's a little thing that's interesting. You're moving up here, extra. You're moving up, right? You got some higher highs on a closing basis specifically, and you have extra volume here, double the volume, but you didn't go anywhere. And it's been 4 hours now, and you haven't gone anywhere. So, and you have bearish divergence. I'm not saying that this means you have to go lower, but you need to make a move soon if you are to go higher. If not, that 9.2 cent area does look ripe for the picking, and that's fine. That's fine if we go down there. That'll give people an extra opportunity to buy in at lower prices. But even here, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but even here, this is a great time to buy. I really think Cookie DAO is going to be explosive in the days to come, in the weeks to come. Honestly, don't know why more people aren't talking about this, man. Honestly, it's an interesting project. That's for damn sure. Low to high, bouncing off the golden ratio. Your higher low is finding support right above the golden ratio. Based off of this, I mean, yeah, you would have no problem getting to 13 cents, maybe even 20 cents. Yeah, it's the same targets, different fibs. Love to see that. Whenever it does come time to moving higher, and that will be soon enough, my friends, from a high to a low, and I very much believe this is the low. We haven't officially validated this low yet. I think until we get above 20 cents, it's still open that we could go lower. I don't think that we do. I'm just addressing that as a simple fact. I mean, we have broken out of our downtrend in the daily RSI, right? You can see, excluding this blemish here, you can see that we've had a very intense downtrend since December here, and we've broken out of that recently. Getting above the 50 helps validate that. Bouncing off the 40, getting above the 50, love to see it on the RSI, and then just breaking above that downtrend. I have a very strong belief, strong amount of confidence that we have found the low, but when we and I should say, not but, and because we found the low, the next target area that we'd be talking about as far as where the new all-time high is going to be, not just where we're going to go over the coming days, but where we're going to go over the coming weeks and months, like by the end of June, my expectation would be that Cookie DAO does see a new high. We do hit $1.65 or higher, right? If we were to stop anywhere, I think it'd be $1.65 to $3.90, somewhere in this zone. I'm more specifically looking at this zone here. It's very common with the 1414 to go just a hair above it. So $3 could be it, $2.60 could be it, $2.70 could be it, $2.34. We could stop right there on the dot, or even just below it. It's possible, but $1.65 to $2.50. That's kind of my expectation is where we're going to go. That's crazy growth. Don't you know how much that is, man? We're only at 9 cents. We're not even at 10 cents right now, C-Zar. You're crazy, man. Yeah, that is crazy growth. It's 17x to 24x, 20, something like that, and even more, even beyond that. It's absolutely astounding. But here's the deal, man. We've seen crazier growth in this like similar amount of time, a 42x basically right here from this last move up. I'm not calling for a 42x, right? I'm just calling for a 26x. I guess overall that'd be a 33x, but still. And even if it's not a 33x, even if we're overall down here and that only, sad to say, only brings you to a 23x, it's still a very possible outcome. Here's the thing that's really crazy. If you want me to get crazy, you want me to be a moon boy, we could see a move that's bigger than the last move. We could. That 40x there, that 41x there turns into an overall 50-something x. So yeah, we absolutely could just beeline it straight to our golden ratio and even higher. You don't know, man. You really don't know. This is cryptocurrency, guys. It can be completely chaotic and just explosive to the upside when it wants to be, especially if the right narrative comes along, the right investors come along. If things are done right and you get a little bit lucky, you can catch on to a rocket ship here with ease, really with ease, if you just hold on to it, right? Buy your tickets now, hold on for the ride. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I have a lot of confidence, a lot of confidence that the minimum expectation for Cookie by the end of June, over the next 2.5 months, will be a 17x. So you take whatever your investment is in Cookie right now, multiply it by 17. I'm confident you would at least see that. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. There's no guarantees. Anything can happen. We can stop at a lower price, but boo-hoo. Instead of getting to a new all-time high, we only get to the 886. Boo-hoo. We only have a 6.5x. Golden ratio. I highly doubt that we stop here by the end of June. But that's still a 3x. You're still making money at the end of the day. But again, I don't think. I mean, the end of June is all the way out here. I don't think it's going to take you this long to move up here. I mean, hell, man, you moved you move dramatically higher in a dramatically less amount of time. So let alone if we're talking about the end of June being your target time frame, you got time to fly. Absolutely, you do. I could be too bearish on this thing. Who knows, man? Maybe we'll see a $10 price by the end of June. Wouldn't that be something? That'd be nuts, guys. 100x from here, that'd be nuts. I don't know if that happens, but I'm definitely expecting that 250 to 165 range. Okay, enough talk. Let's look at the. Oh, you know what? Actually, I want to bring up that fib again. Bring it up. Yes. Okay, there we go. And then I want to look at this fib here. From a high to a low. Golden ratio, we just missed it, right? Golden ratio up here is connected with the 2272, 1886, 200 area. With this, it makes me think, it does make me think that more likely than not, we won't get above like 250, that we would stop somewhere around here at the highest, and that absolutely we will be getting above $1.65. Absolutely, we will. But this fib here, corresponding with this fib here, makes me think less likely that we have a less likely outcome of seeing these targets, and we probably don't stray too far away from these targets here from about 240, 250, somewhere in that area there, if at all, even if we get there, right? We could stop somewhere in between. Let's see what else we want to talk about. I don't know, man. We're in a good position with the weekly RSI. Bouncing off the 40 is not a BS signal at all, man. It's a very powerful signal. 3-day time frame, 3-day RSI. Getting oversold, but now you're out of it. We've got a lot of growth to go. You know, it's not the best looking RSI, but you know, ugly times can promote very beautiful times if you're just patient enough, right? Like this amazing area in the RSI where we were overbought consistently for a long time here, that came from some of the worst looks in the RSI, right? So we've got some of those bad looks right now. This could be an area to base from, to grow from, all that stuff, but it's not really telling us much. That's kind of what I'm saying. The daily RSI is telling us a story here, right? You've been held down by the 50 for a long time, gasping for air above the 50. You're there now. Can you do more than gasp above the 50? Can you do more than just find support at the 40, find resistance up here, and then come back down to the oversold zone? I think you can, but to prove that, to validate that, get some stronger readings, get above the 60. We want to see that. We want to see some readings where you're finding support at this area, not resistance at this area, and most importantly, getting overbought. So we'll probably have that over the coming days, over the coming week or weeks. I don't think I have anything else that I want to say, guys. So 4-hour RSI looks great. It really does look great. I like that we're building volume as we're coming through here, getting to the overbought zone. Again, if we reject here, it's not the end of the world. We'll just drop like half a cent, if that. The 1-hour RSI looks great as well, but there is a little bit of reason to expect some turbulence. So, you know, and just because the 1 hour looks turbulent doesn't mean that we have to go down, right? Make no mistake, we absolutely could move up. The 1 hour could get overridden by the 4 hour and the daily time frame. 15-minute time frame also looks bullish as hell. So other than the volume kind of decaying as you're here, it kind of makes me think that you want to go down a little bit, just retest, shake some people out maybe, and then come back up. But it's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be anything intense, right? We're not going to drop any crazy numbers, but I'm just repeating myself at this point. I don't have anything else I want to say. So hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. And yeah, man, this thing's going to crush $1. It might even crush $2 over the next couple of months here. Ta-ta. Bye-bye.